What up, Dokkaners? The 10th anniversary is coming up very, very soon, and there are some conversations that I'm seeing online in regards to certain times and dates. So in this video, I want to clear up some of that confusion by going over the dates that we know and the dates that we don't know. TLDR, we know when the celebration starts. We know when the 10th anniversary broadcast begins. What we don't know exactly is what time the 10th anniversary banners release. If you see anybody telling you they know exactly what time it starts, they're wrong. We have some ideas for when it could be, but we don't have 100% confirmation as of right now. This is typically what happens during this time. Everybody is clamoring, looking for answers, but as of right now, we don't have that. I'm making this video to let you guys know about that fact. When we know exactly what time it starts, either I'll start summoning or I'll let you guys know in a video. So be on the lookout. Now, before we jump in and discuss the various times, I want to start by following up on something that I said in my previous video. Very important. If you guys saw my previous video, the 10th anniversary battle video, there's one detail that I did not discuss. And that is the fact that there was actually a note or an event notice in regards to the event. In my defense, things are on fire here. Missed it. Sorry. But in this notice, they say that the challenge event 9th anniversary battle is actually going to be closed and revamped in late January 2025. So what I said in the video was mostly correct in that I think the event is likely going to be revamped. Turns out it is. But the difference is I thought that the event is going to be available until its usual release time, which is towards the end of an anniversary, but it's not. It's going to be closing in a couple of days. So as of me recording and posting this video, you really only have about a day and a half to finish this up. I would imagine that this is going to be closing down when the 10th anniversary begins, which is January 28th, which is one of the dates we're going to talk about. So apologies for that. Hopefully you guys are able to finish this up. I feel like most of you who care would have already finished it. Newer players are probably struggling anyway to beat the event. So in any case, it's not going to hurt too bad. But yeah, just wanted to follow up on that.
My bad.
In terms of the actual event, I was looking at the characters. It's all the same for the first two stages, but I wasn't around for this. For the first anniversary, second anniversary, y'all didn't have a part 2, right? So that's probably why there wouldn't be a change. And as far as the abilities, I think Janemba and Gogeta have a little bit more going on here. This was 9th anniversary battle's version of Janemba Gogeta. Yeah, there's more going on here. So these guys are going to be tougher. Stage 2 is the second anniversary, and that one also didn't have a part 2, I don't think. So those characters are also going to be tougher. But as far as the skill orbs, you're still getting those. What they're going to do after that, we'll have to wait and see. So just want to let you guys know, you only have about a day and a half to finish this up. Look in DokkanInfo.com to see exactly what time these missions start. That is going to be when the event ends for the previous one. Sorry. So now let's talk about the 10th anniversary dates. Starting with the one most obvious, and that is this one. The Dokkan Now Special, the 10th anniversary campaign live broadcast, is going to be happening January 28th, 2 a.m. Pacific, my time. If you check your own announcement, it'll tell you exactly what time it starts for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what time this is relative to the JP summon time and the global summon time, which is usually 9 p.m. my time. So this would be happening 5 hours after the new typical summon time. So I went back to Buhan's summons. Buhan's summons happened November 28th, 9 p.m. So again, doesn't matter what time zone you're in. This time relative to this time, it's a 5-hour difference. So 5 hours past the usual summon time is when this broadcast is going to be starting. Both versions are seemingly going to be having a live stream at the same time, which makes me wonder, how is that going to work? Are they going to be speaking in English in both versions? And they're going to put like Japanese subtitles? Are they going to have two different stream setups where like Ken is overseeing the global stuff and then Omatsu is maybe overseeing the JP stuff? I don't know, but both are going to be happening at the same time. After that, the next date that we know is the start of the 10th anniversary. So at the beginning of January 28th for me is when this happens. Midday of January 28th is when the actual celebration begins. January 28th, 1 p.m. PST, which is an absolutely absurd time. Relative to the summons, it is 8 hours earlier. So again, going back to the Buhan summon, 8 hours before this is when actually the anniversary begins, but on the 28th. So if you live in GMT, that would be 9 p.m. your time, January 28th. If you live in, I think India is like 12 hours ahead, then it would be like 1 a.m. the following day. I don't know all the time zones off the top of my head. If you're living on the East Coast, it would be 4 p.m. Eastern, January 28th. So that is when the celebration begins. That's it. That's all we know. We don't know anything more than that as far as confirmed dates. Now, when it comes to the possible summon times, one theory is obviously right as the celebration begins, which is a pretty safe bet, right? When everything starts, throwing the banners out there as well would make a lot of sense. Having all the challenge events out at the same time would make a lot of sense. However, Dokkan has been known in the past to have the summons start considerably later than the start of the celebration. If we go back to last year, January 28th, 13:30 was the start time for the JP 9th anniversary broadcast. Remember, Global wasn't happening at the same time at that point. That was the start time for the broadcast, which converts to 8:30 p.m. the previous day for me. And then the actual banner, according to my time zone, started on the following day at 8 o'clock. So basically between 8:30 the previous day and 8 o'clock, that's almost 24 hours. So there is still I would say at most, a 24-hour possible window for when the banners could be dropping, anytime from the start of the anniversary until 1 day later. That being said, here are the possible dates. January 28th, 2 a.m. PST, 10th anniversary stream. January 28th, 1 p.m. PST, 10th anniversary celebration. Also summons? Sometime in between could be the infamous data download. Then January 28th, 9 p.m. PST, 8 hours after the start of the actual celebration, another possible summon time. This is due to several factors. Number one being this right here. Going back to the previous Dokkan Festival celebration, the Happy 2025 celebration, we see the Elder Kai banner time end January 28th, 8:59 p.m. So that means when that Elder Kai refreshes, that is always a possibility for the start of a banner's release. Also, if we look in the database here, under title screen, we see that the celebration starts January 28th, 21:59, which is the normal time, January 28th, 1 p.m. for me. Special packages in the eShop and stone sales go live January 28th, 2100 hours, GMT. That converts to 1 p.m. January 28th, which is my time. So those are the other possible dates, which is why I have those listed here. January 28th, 9 p.m., another possible summon time. The latest possibility would be 24 hours later, or maybe like 23 and a half, 12:30 p.m. PST, in my opinion, latest possible summon time. These are the dates you want to be concerning yourself with. So convert these if you want. I'm going to pin this link in the description down below, dateful.com. Or if you want to know relative to the normal summon time, we could be getting the banners at the same time as the normal summon time, January 28th. Or it could be 8 hours earlier, January 28th. That's all I got for you. So hopefully that clears things up. If you are still confused and can't do the math, well, I will follow up when we actually get confirmation, or I will try, maybe people can help you out in the comments. I'll try to put a list. Maybe there's like a way I can compile a list of all regions, what time it would be for them based on that one time. Maybe there's a website where I can do that, but hopefully this clears things up for you, because I can't possibly account for every single region. We might do that again. I haven't done that in a while, where I'll just like tweet something out and you guys write down your various time zones and then I just go through all of them. But those take so long and they're so boring. I don't want to do that. So don't make me do it. Please do some of the work. Please. I'm begging you, because I compiled this all myself. Proton helped me out. Thank you, Proton. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on when do you think the summons would be starting. Do you think it's ideal for it to drop at the start of the anniversary, or would you rather have a chance to experience the new content without the new summonable characters? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.